Yo guys, what is up? So today I'm going to be making a tier list for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which would be the newest patch, obviously. That would be after the Pyra and Mithra update, after everything crazy's been going on with the patches, the Wii Fit Trainer bug and all that. So I'm just gonna, make the tier list. So let's just get right into it. So I'm gonna start with E tier, but first I'm gonna add a new tier. By the way, this video is gonna be low edit, so there's gonna be almost no edit. So if there's mic issues, that's why. All right. So for all you Little Mac mains, we got a tier just for you. That's at the bottom. Where's Little Mac? Come on. There we go. There you are. And that is where you guys belong. Little Mac is, in my opinion, and to popular opinion, the worst character in Smash. And I agree with this. I mean, he's Little Mac. Look at his recovery, bro. Like, just go play a game with Little Mac and tell me he's not garbage. Yeah, you probably can't. All right. So from here on out, we're just gonna go by. I'll make another tier, and it's just gonna be like the echoes, right? So not echoes as in like I guess I'll call it skins. That's probably easier. So stuff like Enderman and Alex, not something like Dark Samus. So we're just gonna put like Alex down here, or we're gonna put Alpha down here, and as we go along, we'll just put them down there, right? So the next character on the list is BanjoKazooie. Now, from what I've seen so far in this recent patch, nothing has happened to him. Nothing's happened to a lot of people, right? So I feel like BanjoKazooie so far, in my opinion, is a B tier or a C tier. I wouldn't say he's A. He's not that good. I wouldn't put him so far as D, though. I'd probably put him in C. I think he deserves a C spot because he has a limited number of side Bs. His recovery isn't too great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. He's really laggy when it comes to the neutral Bs, to the smash attacks, to pretty much anything that he has. BanjoKazooie is kind of a heavy boy, in my opinion, but I know he doesn't register as a heavy, but you know what I mean when I say this guy is not the best character in the game, but he's not the worst either. So the next one that we have is Bayonetta. Now, if this were Smash 4, I would put her in S. And no, you don't go in S. She's not an S tier. I feel like Bayonetta has decreased a lot from Smash 4. She doesn't have as good of a recovery, but it's kind of the same. Her wish time is slowed. A little more laggy. Just not a great character, but at the same time, she's not bad, so I'm going to put her at the bottom of B tier. Now, I would put her in C tier if I thought that she was absolute mid. Right, I would just say mid is kind of my C tier. S tier is like the best characters. A tier is you're good, but you're not, the best. B is you're good, you're more than average, but you're not the best. C is kind of the mid-level. It's like you can play these characters. They're good, they're alright, they're playable, but they're not amazing. I'd say D tier is starting to go, it's like, they're alright, but you don't want to play them. And then E tier is just utter garbage, only play them if you have a strong connection to the character or whatever else. Something like, you'll see what I put down there eventually. Next character on our list is Bowser. I'm going to put Bowser in C tier behind BanjoKazooie. Now, this is because Bowser is a laggy boy. He is one of the Actually, I'm putting him in D. I'll put him in D tier. He is not a very good character. The only things that I can think of that he does well is up B out of shield and side B, if you want to say like off edge side B, but that's not a smart maneuver. I mean, in professional play, you're not going to use Bowser's side B all too often. So he's just in D tier for me because he's a really laggy character, really bulky. He's just kind of that character, in my opinion, and that's how I kind of think of Bowser. Next character up here we got is Bowser Jr., the son of the Koopa himself. I'm gonna put Bowser Jr. I'd like to put him in E tier, but he's not that bad, I don't think. I'd say he's a D or an E. He's kind of just sitting in between these. I'm gonna put him in E tier for now, just because I don't think Bowser Jr. is that good in competitive play yet. A lot of his stuff is shieldable. I was playing a match against Bowser Jr. My friend was playing Bowser Jr. the other day, and his little walking bomb thing, I don't know what you want to call it, it's not good because you can shield it and it'll just die. It won't even explode, so you won't even take shield damage. It'll just die. It'll just like stop walking. A lot of his attacks are really laggy. When I think of laggy attacks, one of the people that you think of are like Ganondorf, Bowser, Donkey Kong, big heavy characters, but he's not that fast for a light character, right? Or I guess a mid-weight character. So I'm just gonna leave him in E tier. Now we're gonna put Bilith male in skins because I never use that one. And Bilith female I am going to put in A tier. Not only because she's a waifu, but because her up B is insane. She just destroys Donkey Kong, makes Donkey Kong just an unviable character. You don't play him because of Bilith. No, that's not the only reason. But Bilith really cancels Donkey Kong when it comes to competitive play, but that's not what I'm talking about in terms of all Bilith and stuff. Bylith's stuff is laggy, and I know a lot of my judgment based off of my characters and the placements is lag, and I don't believe that Bilith is too laggy. I'd say she's definitely laggy. Maybe I should put her in B tier, actually. I'm really shuffling between these two because I do play Bilith, but it's not like, I'm gonna say B tier. Because she's not incredibly good, but she's not terrible either. But she's good for how much lag she has. Her grabs are pretty alright, as anybody should, everybody's grabs are alright. There's a couple that I can think of, like, Joker's is really good. What am I thinking? Bowser's isn't really that great. It's good, but it's not amazing. I'm not really an expert when it comes to grabs, honestly. I don't really study them. Cloud's is not great. I remember because I started playing Cloud recently. His isn't the best. And I'm not talking about throws, I'm just talking about grabs here. Let's just make that clear real quick. I'd say Bylith's, her range is pretty good. Her smash attacks are pretty good. They come out relatively early. Not something like Rob or... Is Rob's laggy? I don't remember. I don't think... No, Ridley is the one I'm thinking about. Ridley's are pretty long. For a smash attack, not necessarily, but for being a heavy, I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to say Bilith down here just because she's not S tier. I don't think Bilith should be S tier because she does have a fair bit of lag, and I don't think she's A tier either just because she's not that good again with the lag, and the hitboxes are pretty good. I'd say on her down B, that's a great kill option, but you're never really going to use that just because of how long it takes to charge up. I'd say for the majority, her stuff like her F tilt or her fair, her nair, her up B, stuff like that is probably why she belongs in B tier instead of something like C. I'm gonna leave her here. I might put her up to A, but for now I'm just gonna leave her here. Let's go Bayonetta there. And the next character that we have, I should speed things up because this is going to take way too long, is Captain Falcon. Recently, as you may know, he got a buff. I haven't looked into it too much yet, but I've heard it makes him super viable. So I'm going to put him in B tier ahead of Bayo. And this is because I think he's better than Bayo. He's not worse than Bayo. He's not a great character, but he's not a terrible character either. He's sitting in this level. I would put him in C, but with this recent buff, apparently it makes him, I don't know if it makes him a tier better. In my opinion, from what I've seen, I'd put him down here. I'd put him above Banjo, probably at the top of C. But since he's a fast boy, since his main setback is the lag in his movement speed, he is a fast boy, though, when it comes to how the attacks come out, I guess. He's a weird character for me because he's fast at the same time as he's slow. And I feel like he's one of the only characters in the entire roster that has me feeling this way, which is kind of weird. But yeah, next thing that we got is Charizard. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Pokemon Trainer, and all of these are going to be in S tier. That would include Charizard, that would include Ivysaur, and wherever Squirtle is. Where's Squirtle at? Oh, come on. Where are you, Squirtle? There we go, Squirtle. I believe that, and then we're going to put the female Pokemon Trainer down in the skin section. Put it there, and put it down there. I think that Pokemon Trainer is one of the best characters in the game. You are literally playing 3 characters at the same time. You're not playing Squirtle or Ivysaur or Charizard. You're playing Pokemon Trainer. And this is just, it's been shown in Evo and just a lot of tournaments that Pokemon Trainer is a huge character to play. Great S tier. Movement speed is pretty fast. Every time I'm playing against a Pokemon Trainer, obviously they can go into Joker's Infinite Up Air, but at the same time, Pokemon Trainer is kind of just this character that sits at the top because of the fact that they have 3 characters. They can switch between them pretty easily. Squirtle doesn't have a lot of lag at all. Neither does Ivysaur. Charizard's got a bit of lag because he's a heavy, but he's a viable kill option. He's the kind of guy that you pull out to take the kill. I know Squirtle is a very fast boy. I would say he's up there in speed with people like Fox, but I'm not really sure. I haven't tested that out yet. Ivysaur, great projectile character, great medium, great time to pull out, once you pull out Squirtle and you get enough damage in, then you can pull out Ivysaur, then you can pull out Charizard. That's kind of how Pokemon Trainer works, and I feel like that's such a viable option when it comes to a game like Smash where somebody is stuck as, I don't know, let's say they're stuck as, I'm gonna take a good character, right? They're stuck as Peach, right? And I'd say Peach, you'll see where my ranking is for Peach later, but basically, if somebody picks Peach and you're playing against a Pokemon Trainer, you can play fast around Charizard and Ivysaur, but Squirtle is going to be just a real hard thing to get around, because Squirtle is such a fast character, and depending on the matchups, you can pull out whatever you want. Let's say you're playing against, I don't know, a Donkey Kong. I don't know where Donkey Kong, and there we go, Donkey Kong. And let's say that you're playing against a Donkey Kong with Pokemon Trainer, right? You can switch to Squirtle, Ivysaur, or Charizard, depending on how they play. Pokemon Trainer is probably the most adaptive character in the game, making them one of the most viable. And no other character really does this. The only ones I can think of are Pyramithra, and they're new. I guess Sheik and Zelda back in the day, and Zero Suit and Samus back in Brawl were both the same way that Pokemon Trainer and Pyramithra are now. But it makes Pokemon Trainer such a good option, and you should play him if you like Pokemon, or whatever the case may be. If you play him, you know how good he is. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about him. He's an insanely good character. Next on here, we got Chrom. Now, I haven't seen a lot of Chrom recently. I don't know if he's had any updates at all in the last, 6 months. But I would probably put him in C tier behind Banjo, just because of the fact that he's a little slow. He's like Ike, but worse. But he's not a totally terrible option either. Now, my new main boy, Cloud. Even though I main him, I will 100% say this guy is in... I don't know if I want to put him in C or B, but I'd say he's more viable than Bayonetta. I would 100%... No, come on. I'd say he's more viable than Bayonetta just because of limit. Maybe even Captain Falcon. I'm putting him in front of Captain... Nah, even Bilith. I'm putting him at the top of B tier. I'm just kind of leave him there. Because his limit is... really good, obviously. I mean, limit's just kind of like an Arsene tactic, kind of like a one-winged angel tactic, where Cloud is probably one of the fastest sword fighters in the game besides someone like Martha or Lucina. I don't think he has too much lag behind his attacks. To my knowledge, I don't think he does. I could be wrong about that. But overall, I'd say Cloud is one of the most, if not the most, well, not the most, but one of the most viable sword fighters to play. Now, I'm gonna put this guy in the tier list right away because I want to talk about him a little bit, and I'm putting him in A. And this is because he's not in S tier, because he is slow, and that is the only thing that I think sets him back from being an S tier. I think that the one-winged angel form is an incredible thing to have. I think the range of his sword is insane, the spikes, the edge guarding. His edge guard is one of the best in the game, in my opinion, and from what I've seen. So if you play Sephiroth, let me know a little more about his character. I've got probably a good 10-15 hours into the character. Let me know what you think about him, but I think he's a super viable character except for his neutral B. And his neutral B can adapt too. Obviously, there's 3 forms of it. It's an insanely good projectile against beginners. But I'd say in the more advanced gameplay, it's not that great just because of the fact that it's slow. It's really slow to get the full thing out, and that sets him back from being one of the best characters in the game. But he, again, is one of the best characters in the game, so I'll put him in A. My opinion might change to S later on, but for now, I'm just going to leave him in A. We're going to put Corrin. I'm going to put Corrin down there, the alt, and, again, waifu, but I'm going to start using the male ones now, or whatever the default is. So, Corrin, I would probably put in B, behind Bilith. But then there's the whole controversy with Cloud and Corrin. I would say that, I mean, it's not really controversy, but I would say that both Cloud and Corrin are both really viable sword fighters. Only thing that's setting Corrin back is obviously range, and you know, I'm gonna put him in C. Put him in C. Behind Corrin, ahead of Karam. He's super viable because of his versatility, but at the same time, he's not that great because of the fact that his attacks are very laggy. A lot of his smash attacks take a long time to come out, and that's probably a good thing. That's how any smash attack is, but his side B is alright. I like how it goes backwards and forwards. It's a great versatile option. So I think Corrin sits pretty well in C tier. By the way, I just want to make this clear really quick. I'm not a Smash expert, but I'd say I know a fair amount about the game to like make a tier list, right? I'd say I'm not completely dumb when it comes to how the game works or anything like that. I've been playing the game for a while. I've been playing it since launch, actually. But I think I'm not as good as somebody like Hungrybox or Zero or anybody like that just plays the game straight, right? You might want to go to MKLeo or Hungrybox to actually know, like, if, I don't know, a more accurate tier list. I'm just giving you my opinion, right? This is all my opinion. So, San put him S tier? No, I'm kidding. But I think that overall, I got a good grasp on the game, right? I don't think I'm dumb about the game or anything. I think I know how the game works. Next character is Daisy Peach. I'm gonna put them both in S. And not ahead of Pokemon Trainer. I know a lot of people are saying that they're the best character in the game. I saw the Pro Guides tier list right now has Daisy ahead of Joker, but Peach is lower than Joker, like lower than Palu, lower than Pokemon Trainer. I'm not sure that there's such a difference in echoes. I don't really think there's much of a difference at all besides maybe hurt and hitbox. And even then, that can't be that drastic because these two characters are pretty much the same thing. It's like playing Enderman and Steve. It's not as playing Enderman and Steve, but maybe it is. I'm not really sure how the echo differs between Peach and Daisy. I know how it works between Simon Richter and Ken Ryu, because Ken Ryu is completely different. These two characters are completely different than these two. And I just think that overall, Peach and Daisy are the same. I think they're both really good. The combos they can pull off are great. The Radish and Babam RNG is pretty fair. I think that overall, through Pro Play, what I've seen so far, Daisy and Peach are sitting at the top. And that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm not such an expert when it comes to them. Dark Pit and Pit I'm going to put at the bottom of C. Because to me, they're both really not viable characters. If you play Pit, you're not bad, but I haven't seen a single good Pit player, right? And I'm going to say this right now. I'm the person that believes that you can play any character you want to. By the way, what the frick is this thing doing? I don't even know. It's like lag. See like that? It's like lagging. It's like shaking. It's like, bruv. I don't know. But I think that overall, so far, like Pit and Dark Pit haven't been showing me. Where is Pit, by the way? Haven't been showing me enough to say that they're good. No, I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying they're not super viable. Did they take Pit off here? I'm probably dumb and it's right in front of my face, but I can't see it, so I don't know. I'm gonna take these off, right? Yeah, that's not Pit. That's not Pit. That's not Pit. I'm gonna go right over him, aren't I? Whatever. We'll get to Pit when we get to him. I'll put him with Dark Pit, but they're both just not viable options in my opinion. I don't think if you shouldn't go and say I want to play Pit unless you're a huge fan of Kid Icarus, right? So yeah, I wouldn't say that they're viable options. I wouldn't say they're unviable. Oh, there's Pit. Found him. But I don't know. I would say overall that these two characters, if you're gonna pick up a character, don't pick up Pit and Dark Pit. They're garbage. not that they're garbage. I'd say like Bowser is worse. I'd say Bowser Jr. is worse. There's a lot of characters that are definitely worse than Pit and Dark Pit, but I wouldn't recommend playing them either. Now, I'm gonna skip Samus because I don't know how I feel. I'm gonna put Zero Suit obviously in S. I'm gonna put that, or should I put her in A? Because I think she's still viable, but I don't think she's the best character in the game anymore like people think she is. And obviously her attacks aren't laggy, they're not bad at all. I'm just saying it might just be because I haven't seen any really good pro Zero Suit players in a while. But I don't think that's the case. I think the fact of the matter is that Zero Suit isn't what she used to be, but she's not terrible. She's going to be a viable character in every game. That's just how it is. Zero Suit is one of the best Smash characters ever across all the games. That means so from Brawl to Ultimate, she's one of the best characters in the game. I might consider putting her in S. Maybe if they make because I know her up B kills pretty much at like 60 if you're high enough. Maybe if they make her grab a little less laggy, but even then the range makes up for it, so I don't know. I don't know where to put her exactly, but I'm putting her in A tier for now. My opinion might change later. Next character I'm going to do is Shulk. I'm going to put Shulk in S tier, probably below Pokemon Trainer. Now, this guy is insane. If you play Shulk, you are really good. You can switch between a lot of characters pretty fast, right? I'd say that, not characters, but like switch between a lot of modes. You're pretty much switching between different characters except with the same moveset. It's like an Echo. Every time you get like the Buster or Strength or Speed or Jump or Shield, right? This character is one of the best characters in the game if you know how to play him. But this is one of the only characters. I mean, obviously any character is good if you know how to play them. I would say that Ganon's good and Little Mac is good if you know how to play them. But Shulk is this one character that if you know what you're doing, you are one of the best players in the game. Just period. Shulk is that good of a character. And I know you might be going, well, I see these people online playing Shulk all the time. They're not that good. You think they know how to play the character? No, not really. I'm saying like mastery. I'm saying over 500 hours of just this character. Maybe a little less than 500. That's a little much, but you know what I mean. You have a lot of time on him, right? I don't know. Overall, this character is insane. I've seen a lot of good plays. Some people I'm just gonna put down in E right away and put down Kirby. That's kind of self-explanatory. He's laggy. He's bad. Only thing that's going good for him is his copy ability and his up B. And that you get 5% of DLC free with Kirby's neutral B. I love that meme, by the way. Next thing we're gonna put up there is I'm gonna put Ridley. I'm gonna put Ridley in C. I don't know if I want to put him in C or D, because I don't think he's completely unviable. I just don't think he's the best character in the game. Put him below Pit and Dark Pit. Just because of the fact that he's a heavy, and heavies aren't really good in Smash. The fact of Smash is like when you think Smash, you don't think Bowser versus Ridley or Donkey Kong. You think Fox versus Falco Final Destination items off. That is literally what people think of when they think of Smash. And the fact of the matter is, Ridley is not good. In my opinion, he's not good. He's not bad either, though. He's sitting in this category again. C tier is kind of just like a midpoint for me. I think most characters on C tier stand pretty much on equal ground unless they're better or worse than their counterparts. And obviously some fighters are better than other fighters. That's just how the game works. Next character, I'm gonna go with my boy Snake. Snake is a solid, I would say S. I would say S, like above Daisy and Peach. Just because of the fact that Snake's projectiles are insane, his range is insane, his speed is insane for a heavy. He's a heavy, but he's also a midweight with his speed. Like he doesn't get launched back far, but he does damage and he's fast. He is what I want people like Ganondorf to be, but they never will be because they're heavies. Snake is the one heavy that I'm gonna say, if you play heavy, play Snake. He is the best character when it comes to heavies, in my opinion. I haven't played too much of him in Ultimate, but I played my fair share. I played him in Brawl back in the day, but obviously he's changed a lot. Not really, actually. He hasn't changed that much. But a lot of his speed and stuff has been changed to make him such a viable character. So yeah, I'd say 100% right now. Snake is a character that you should play if you like heavy characters. And if you like projectiles. If you like projectiles, this is the projectile character. Next character that we're going to go with is Yosher. Yoshi, I'm going to put him in... From what I've seen, he has the material to be S tier. And what I like to do is rate them by how good I think their potential is, not how good they actually are, if that makes sense, like how good they're performing. I would say, in my opinion, from what I've seen, I'd probably put him in B above Cloud. And I don't know if that's controversial, I don't know what tier Yoshi usually sits at, but in my opinion, he might even be an A. Like, depending on how good you are, Yoshi is such a good character. But at the same time, he has so much lag in his egg, and he's a good character, but if you don't know how to play him, he's not good. He's like Shulk, but less steroids. Yeah, next characters I'm just gonna go with the obvious choices, right? I'm gonna go with King Dedede, King K. Rool, Ganon. Why am I putting them in D? What am I doing? I'm gonna put King K. Rool in D just because I feel like he's... No, actually no. I'm gonna switch K. Rool and Dedede around. I'm gonna switch them around. I'm gonna put you at the end though. So I feel like Dedede deserves to be above the rest because of his projectiles, and because of the fact that he is a little bit faster, from what I've seen. King K. Rool is really laggy, and I don't think anybody can deny that. The only thing he's got going for him is his super armor, but even then it's like a shield, so I don't think it's a breakable shield that you don't need. I don't see K. Rool being a viable option anytime soon, but I don't see Ganondorf being any more viable than him. So, yeah. Next character I'm gonna go with is Puff. I'd say Puff is a solid A, maybe a B, probably a B sitting right below Yoshi, just because of the fact that she's fast, and you know, never mind. I'm gonna put Yoshi in C. I think Yoshi is a C character. It's top C tier though. He's not like bottom or mid. He's good, but he's not good enough. I don't know. I don't know what the professionals of frame rates, and I only know frame rates for Joker. All right, I'm only a Joker sweat. I'm not sure about Yoshi. Now, Puff, on the other hand, pretty insane. Just based off of Hungrybox. That's not the only thing I'm base her off of, though, or him, or is it? I don't know, whatever gender. I mean, it can be both, because technically, you know, Pokemon, you know, Pokemon have different genders. Pichu, the only one that you can really call, like, a boy or girl is Pikachu or Pichu. They're both boys because they don't have the hardtail. I don't know if there's a certain way to tell which Puff is Puff, but I don't know. Basically, I think Jigglypuff is good because of her speed. I'm just gonna call it her. Her speed is incredible. Her rest is a great finishing move, but at the same time, she's a little bit slow, and her recovery is just a little not too great. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, and it's not like even mid. It's good. It's a good recovery, but it's not good enough to put her in A, in my opinion. I don't think. Her rest ability, or not her rest. Her like the song, the melody, the lullaby, in my opinion, just doesn't put her at the top. And yeah, I'm gonna just kind of speedrun a couple of these because I know I'm taking up a lot of time right now. Holy crap. Richter and Simon, I'm gonna put them both in D right away, right? I'm gonna put Richter. Actually, no, I'm put them at the bottom of C. Put them at the top of D. Put like Richter and Simon at the top of D just because they're Snake, but they're not. It's a certain character to play that you just. Simon and Richter are those characters, right? They're the people that you try, anything D and below, I feel, are the people that try to be good at the game, but they're not, if that makes sense. What I'm saying by that is the people that get on the game, they're like, I'm gonna win this game, and then the way they win is by cheesing. And not to say that cheesing is unacceptable, because guess what? Joker has Arsene, Shulk has the Monado powers, but at the same time, anything below D is just kind of that character, you know what I mean? The only character that isn't on there that I would say is like a cheese is Rob. And that's only because of his projectiles and side B, and I don't know. I think overall that what I've put down here, I don't know. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but whatever. I'll make a part 2 because I am running out of time. It is getting not late, but it's just been, I don't know, man. I don't want to take up too much time. The algorithm won't like me. But I will see you possibly tomorrow, possibly the day after that, to be going on part 2. And we're going to talk about, I mean, you already know where my main man goes, but we're going to be talking about stuff like Pac-Man, why I hate him so much, stuff like Piranha Plant, why he's garbage, I'm joking, he's alright, why Donkey Kong is terrible, I don't know, come back tomorrow, or, I don't know, the next day, and we're going to talk about more Smash tier lists, so let me know in the comments below who you think should be S tier. Anything that I got wrong in this, I mean, you can't really get anything wrong, but anything that I'm not doing exactly the way it should be in this video, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.